Hey guys, it's Jasmine Todd, and the wait is finally over. The Crazy Faith podcast is finally here. I cannot wait for you guys to hear all the incredible stories that we have in store for you. This first episode is with my girl Ashley, and I cannot tell you guys enough how heartfelt and how warming this episode is. And I can't wait for you guys to listen and truly listen to everything that she tells us from her experiences. And I just want to say a huge thank you, a huge shout out to our sponsor Agogie. These pants, they are resistant apparel with resistant bands built in. These pants will help increase your training intensity and improve your performance. You'll get faster, you'll get stronger. And it's as simple as putting on the pants. There's a 20 resistance and a 40 resistance, and I use the 40. You can use the 20 to just kind of walk around. The 40 is great when you're getting your exercises in. It's not too much resistance, but you can feel that you're getting that extra work in. So once again, thank you so much, Agogie, for being a sponsor to this Crazy Faith podcast. And get ready to tune in, guys. I hope you enjoy the episode. Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Faith Podcast, and you're with your host, Jasmine Todd. I have my beautiful co-host, Ashley Spencer, alongside with me, and very excited to have her here. Now, Ashley, I've got your background. I got a couple fun facts over here too, so I want to let everybody know. My chair is stuck. Sorry, guys. Gonna give a little rundown on Ashley. She is a University of Texas at Austin alumna.
Yeah.
I love y'all. No, it's Go Ducks over here. She runs the 400 and the 400 hurdles. That is a 400 meter specialist, and she is an Olympic bronze medalist in the 400 hurdles at the 2016 Olympics in Rio with a PR of 53:11. You're insane. You're absolutely insane.
This is very true.
One of my fun facts for you guys is this girl in 2016, and she is the only female to make it in the 400 and 400 meter hurdle finals. Ashley, how did you feel at the Olympic trials doing that? Because who does that?
Well, I was tired. It was something that Coach Billy and I had talked about briefly before going to the Olympic trials. It was like maybe 4 days before the 400 prelim where she was like, so are we scratching you or what are we doing? And I'm like, I really have nothing to lose. So like, let's just go for it. And the 400 was just so taxing. And I just didn't realize how beat up my body would feel going into the 400 hurdle prelim. And I was actually the last person to make it in the 400 hurdle semifinal. I made it off by time. So it was so stressful, but it's definitely something that made me a stronger athlete. I'd do it again if I had to. I probably will.
Oh my goodness. You're definitely insane for that. And for anyone who does tune in and does not understand, that means she ran 6 rounds of a 400.
I did. I ran
6 rounds.
I sprinted 6 laps.
That is absolutely insane. Miraculous. That is talent. That is something I would never do. If you guys hear, my dog is crying in the background.
She's fine.
You're okay, Mama. You're good. So I want to get into some of these other fun facts that we have down as well. So your uncle is Steve Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you guys that do not know, that is a 1995 Pan American Games silver medalist in the high jump. So clearly track runs in your family. Is there anybody else? Like, how does this work for y'all? Because track family.
We're actually known as the first family of track and field in Indiana.
Really?
We are. My uncle and my aunt were both professional track athletes. They both made the Hall of Fame in their respectful universities. My aunt was a 100 and 400 hurdler, and she made the Hall of Fame in Long Beach State University. My uncle is obviously he's a high jumper. He high jumped a little bit for Nike back in the 90s. his agent was Karen Locke. So for everybody who knows Karen Locke, shout out to her. He's the Indiana State Hall of Famer. Both my parents ran track. Both my brother and my sister ran track. I run track. So it really does, no pun intended, runs in the family. It does run in our family. We are definitely a track and field family.
I love that. I love to hear it. So do you want your kids to run track? Are you trying to breed your children?
I mean, I want them to run track if they want to run track, but I don't want them to start young. I mean, I didn't start running track until I was 14, 15. I didn't know anything about USATF. I didn't know anything about Junior Worlds. Like, we didn't know. I was just here, found it, loved it, you know. But if my kids want to run track, I'll definitely support it. My nephews, they both play basketball, but I think my older nephew is looking into starting to do sprint work, and he wants to potentially run track in high school. But as far as like the youth stuff, nah, I'm too intense.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. I did not know anything about track. I knew about track because my dad was a coach, but I was not the person to be running on the club teams. Like, who wants to do that?
My first time leaving the country was when I was a freshman in college. That was
yes.
And I was just here, like, hey y'all.
Do we count Puerto Rico as leaving the country? Because
yeah. I'll count it. Well, let's count it, Jazz.
I went to Puerto Rico as a junior, and that was it. I didn't even leave the country again until 2015. So, boom, pow. You guys, Ashley is a woman of many talents, and if you guys go check on her Instagram, you will see that she cooks. Okay, this girl can throw down in the kitchen. Ashley, what is your favorite thing to cook? Give me a 5-course meal. Actually, if you can make a 5-course meal, what are you making?
Let's see. If I was making a 5-course meal, you know what? I honestly don't like to cook all that much. I love to bake. Baking is a science. It's really delicate. But if I had to make you a 5-course meal, I got you, Jess. So I would probably, first you got to start with drinks. So I'll probably make a cocktail. I love tequila. So I'll probably make a tequila sunrise or some type of flavored margarita infused with blueberries or whatever the case may be. Then for a salad, I'll make you a fresh Caesar salad, fresh Caesar dressing, you know, the anchovies, the garlic, all in the works, romaine lettuce, seasoned to perfection. Then for the appetizer, I'll make some type of like a roll. So like maybe a lump crab meat roll or a crab wonton type thing. Main course, or no, soup, some type of bisque, some type of soup, something light, but like it'll prep you for the entree. I love surf and turf. So I'll probably make you a ribeye steak with a nice juicy lobster tail, poached in butter, perfection, with a side of maybe some roasted asparagus, some Parmesan rice. And then for dessert, probably my vanilla bean creme brulee or my Nana's pound cake. You know, something quick.
Just some light real quick.
I can throw some together.
We just stunted right here. Like, Ashley done stole my heart, and it don't make no sense. The way she throws down in the kitchen, you guys, and she be posting, and especially when she bakes, I love to see it because I love to eat.
Just when you're ever in Austin, Jazz, you got a plate ready. It's waiting for you.
I'm holding you to that because, you know, once they have Texas relays, I'm out there. So,
like, has anybody seen Jasmine? I got her plate.
Like, where is she at? I'm gonna, Coach. I didn't even come to run. I really just came to eat with Ashley.
Jasmine didn't come to run. I got her.
I did not come to run. So if y'all ever see me at Texas relays, I'm really not there to run. I'm there for Ashley to cook for me. And a little entertainment on the track.
Just a little smidget.
A smidget of entertainment on the track. Not too much though, because I'm really there for the food. Let's see, what other stuff I got in here for you? Okay, let's get a little heavy here because we're in these times and it's a lot that's been happening in 2020, continuing on to 2021.
Yeah.
I guess let's go in order. The first thing that kind of happened was the pandemic. So we entered this pandemic, and I just want to know, I think people want to hear too. I think it's good for them to hear, like, how has the pandemic been for you, especially with the Olympics being postponed and the matters of training and the seasons just kind of being like up and down and canceled, and then the abundance of meets that happened. So how is the pandemic for you so far?
Well, it started off not so great. I actually my mental health suffered all of 2020. I have both of my parents have compromised immune systems. My mom has really severe asthma. My dad has myasthenia gravis. So, and plus my mom is an essential worker. She's on the front line. So once the COVID hit and it started just killing people rapidly, I just instantly became just a big ball of stress. My best friend of 14 years has 2 children under the age of 2, and she's a NICU nurse. So she's also on the front lines. My nephew's mother came down with COVID, and my dad's bosses and his coworkers came down with COVID. And like I said, my dad has a very compromised immune system. So it was just a whirlwind of stress the entire summer. I had 2 mental breakdowns, and I'm very open and honest about it. I am not the type of person that takes on the unknown very well. I'm very spontaneous, so it's kind of weird for me to say that I don't like the unknown when I'm willing and ready to jump into anything and everything at the drop of a dime. But when you're witnessing death and people panicking, it kind of takes a toll. I moved in the middle of the pandemic. So thankfully, one of my very best friends, Erica, she came to Austin when they shut down Chula. She came to Austin to train a little bit. So she really helped me kind of keep everything together. I wasn't able to see my parents. I wasn't able to travel. The normal that we both know, being able to go to practice and train and come home and then go compete, that was all shut down. And as an athlete, as a track and field athlete, and Jasmine, you know this, when it's April, we're out of here. We're overseas, we're competing, we're getting this money, we're preparing ourselves for Diamond Leagues, we're preparing ourselves for USA's, for the Olympics. And me already being an Olympian, I know what it takes. And the more we got moved from track to track to track to track, the less prepared I was feeling. Like, if there's a USA, I'm getting whooped. So it was really it was really stressful. But the turning point, I think, for me was around when the Olympics actually got canceled, because that really took a weight lifted off your shoulders. Like, if there's an Olympics, I'm not prepared. Even if I do make the team, I'm not going to be able to represent the country the best way I know how. And me already being a medalist, that's pride, you know? Mm-hmm. So once they actually canceled the Olympics and we knew there wasn't going to be a Summer Olympics, it really it took a lot of stress off. It was heartbreaking. Because, you know, we were all looking forward to like getting to Tokyo and getting that chance to get back on that podium.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But once they canceled that and that alleviated all the stress, then we was able to just take things day by day. Mm-hmm. I started doing little things to keep my mind off of the unknown. So I started my podcast, which I stepped away from because I'm launching a swim line sometime this year. Yeah, I'm designing my own swimsuits. So that's, and you know, I was really trying to rush that last year, but the brand that I have in mind is a luxury brand, and seeing that no one's traveling nowhere, what will be the point? You know what I'm saying? Yes. So it's all about God's timing at this point. But now in our current state, things are slowly starting to get back to normal. Things are becoming safer. And now I have better prepared myself for when I travel and limit myself who I put myself around. It's been a really good transition from last year to this year. and my mental health is back where it needs to be, because Jasmine, I was losing it. I was losing
love to hear
it. So that's really all. I mean, I can't thank my parents, my coach, God, Erica, my best friends from back home, Peter. I mean, I just can't thank my circle enough, because if I didn't have those people around me through this entire pandemic, I probably wouldn't still be an athlete. It was just, it was too much.
I feel that. And girl, just, you are not alone. I think this pandemic did a lot for so many of us in our mental health, especially that, like you said, that uncertainty and them postponing the postponement and just telling us that the Olympics was postponed. I think that puts so much stress on so many athletes up until they finally decided to postpone it.
Yeah.
That was the biggest relief for me. I was like, yeah, I can relax now.
You know, you're seeing here in the United States, we were still on lockdown, but then you're seeing your competition overseas competing and training and going here and going there. And although it may not have been as smooth as we think it was, you know, we're on lockdown. There's no gyms open. They're closing tracks. We can't put our spikes on. So we're literally witnessing our competition get better and better and better. And it you know, making the team was just the tip of the iceberg. Given to make the team, are you going to be able to get through those rounds? Are you going to be able to compete how you know, how your fans know, how your family knows that you can compete? And I think that was the basis of the stress. Like, I'm about to make this team and get tore up. So
such a fact, because I kept saying that too. I would call my mom, because Mom, like, the center is shut down. We cannot do anything. What am I supposed to do? I'm watching my counterparts. They're out here doing great things. They're looking real good. Like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be like, dang, did I make it in the pit? Uh-oh. I forgot how to jump.
We're just constantly looking at the results. Like, I don't even know where I'm at right now.
I don't know where I'm at. 4 meters.
But I'm really thankful that, like, as track athletes, we really kind of kept each other close. I've never seen so much camaraderie between Team USA as an entirety as I did last year going into this year. And it just makes us, as a country of athletes, it just makes us stronger, you know, having that togetherness, especially when we make these teams and it's us against the world. I think it's just gonna make us, you know, have a better showing in upcoming world championships and Olympics.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. Team USA did a outstanding job keeping us situated and grounded the best they could, because I mean, they're in the same boat as us, learning as we learned. So definitely they did a great job on that. And now we're going to move on to another kind of part of 2020 that we dealt with, which was a lot of the Black Lives Matters movement, a lot of the rioting that was going on. You're vocal, you know, I was vocal. So I want to take the chance to hear kind of your thoughts and how you felt during that time period, how you're feeling now, any of those thoughts.
Just witnessing everything that has been happening, it was exhausting. You know, a lot of people was going through the pandemic, but as a Black woman in America, I was going through a pandemic and watching people who look like me literally get gunned down in their beds, in front of their kids, in their homes, walking down the street, just trying to live their life. And I want to take the opportunity to applaud Gwendolyn Berry. She has been the mother of equality for track and field athletes for a very, very long time. And the fact that she was once punished and now she's praised for the very same thing now the country is fighting for. I really cannot thank her enough just for being the pinnacle of what a strong Black woman looks like.
Yes.
And she's really inspired me to not only fight for the things that I believe is right but to put myself out there as an advocate for girls who look like me, which is part of the reason why I went natural. I want girls to look up and be like, wow, look at that curly haired girl going overseas and competing. That's really the whole basis of me going natural, because I wanted to embrace my Blackness, so to speak. What really hit home for me was there was an incident where this young man in Indiana that was being chased by the police, and he was gunned down in the street, all because I believe his taillight was out or his registration was expired. And I remember a news media outlet from home reached out to contact me, and I was already going through my own mental state that I couldn't respond to it. And I regret that, because that was an opportunity for me to be an advocate as a Black woman for that young man who lost his life at the hands of police brutality. But I just feel like we're the generation of enough's enough. And we're tired of fighting for, it's not even like basic human rights. We're tired of fighting for the opportunity to just live. And it's sad that we have to convince, it's almost like we have to convince people that me literally just living my life is not a threat to you.
Yes.
No matter how much you feel that way. So, I mean, we can talk about this on and on and on and on.
Look, all day, okay?
All day.
All day.
We're tired. And it was crazy. I went home for I visited my parents for Thanksgiving. Obviously after getting COVID tested, because again.
Right.
And we had a conversation, and I told my dad, as a Black woman, I have to live in constant fear that someone is going to deem you a 48-year-old, 150-pound Black man as a threat, and you can get gunned down. My brother can get gunned down. Somebody can kick in my sister's door and gun her down. Someone can walk into the surgical center and decide that no one here needs to be alive, and someone can gun down my mom. Like, I have to live with the fact that I am fighting for the right of my unborn children to be able to live their lives. And if they decide to go get some Skittles, they won't be gunned down in the street, Mm-hmm. And it's the scariest thing being a Black woman in America.
Yes.
But it's also a blessing to have the platform that we have to have these issues be publicly talked about. So, gotta do what you can.
Yes, I love it. I love that we're doing what we can. And I love the fact that you even stated that we're fighting for the rights of our unborn children, because I say that all the time. Regardless if my kid is light, brown, darker skin, they're gonna be Black. My child is coming out blackity black, black, black. And just the thought of having a child in this climate, it frightens me. It scares me so much as I want 6 kids.
You're nuts.
Look, after one, I might change my mind, but
okay.
I want to bring these beautiful Black babies into this world, but the thought of just simply breathing is something that could frighten somebody, and they would feel that they have the right to take their life for simply breathing or walking down the street with a hoodie on, like playing. They can't even play with toy guns anymore. Like, it's not fair, and it's crazy. It's very crazy to me.
Especially if you compare all over the country, we saw Black Lives Matter movements, and they were all, in the grand scheme of things, very, very peaceful. About maybe 3% of the Black Lives Matter movements turned violent, not because of us, but we won't get into that. Right. And then you compare that to the insurrection that happened on January 6th at the Capitol. Yes. And how we witness police officers taking selfies with the people who are breaking into a government building while government things are happening literally down the hall. And we watch them escort people out and walk people down the stairs instead of arresting them. And now the FBI is calling for like this grand, if you have any information.
Right.
And as a black woman living in America, and I watched this live as it was happening, the only thing that I thought, which is probably what a lot of black people in America thought, was,
I already know what you're about to say.
If this was black folk, the stairs of the Capitol Hill would still be stained red.
Yes.
But
real.
Man, again, we can go on and on about it. We can go
on and on, girl, on and on. But as we talk about Black women, I think this is a perfect segue into let's talk about your grandma and what she meant to you, because I know you dedicated your medal to your grandma, and so I know she was very important to you.
My Nana was my best friend. So growing up, I didn't have the personality that I have right now. It was not happening. I was not as vocal. I was not as confident. I was really just I didn't even want to be a wallflower. I wanted to be the wall. I didn't want to do anything that brought any type of attention to me, because I never felt like I was worthy of that type of thing. You know, my Nana was the one who kind of pushed me out of my shell. And by pushed me, I mean, like, she took me and like threw me out there. I lived in the shadow of my sister and my brother most of high school. Like, I played basketball, but I wasn't that good at it. I was known as Sean's little sister, Olivia's little sister. It wasn't until really the end of my freshman year, after winning state in the 4x4, that, you know, I made a name for myself.
Right.
When I went off to school and I was getting a scholarship for track and field at the University of Illinois, my Nana, I really was still kind of hiding behind myself, because I also had a scholarship offer for the University of Louisville, where my sister was. And my Nana really encouraged me to, like, you need to step out and be your own woman. So I did. And not even 2 years later, she was terminal and was diagnosed with cancer. And it really struck a chord, because I was told, coming back from Big Ten conference, and they told us she only had really 2 or 3 months left to live. And it hurt. It tore me up. Like, it's like, I can't even compare it to anything. Like, you got the wind knocked out of you. And then on top of that, Coach Bailey left Illinois. So I was in the process of trying to transfer out and getting all that together. One of the last, my Nana was very global. So one of the last places that she wanted to visit was Rio de Janeiro. So wow. I had to make the Olympic team, which is why I was so easygoing when Coach Bailey says, you want to do the 4x4 hurdle double? Absolutely. Because I wanted to give myself the best chance possible to get my Nana to Rio de Janeiro. And I did. And I got that medal. I took my flag and I gave it to my mom. My mom's father, her biological father, was a war vet. So wow. I gave that flag to her, because bring that full circle. Fast forward to 2017, my first Prefontaine Classic running the 400 hurdles. I had ran the 400 flat my first year, but nerves got the better of me. I DNF'd. I brought my mom to Portland, Oregon, and we had just got done having a conversation about Nana with a news reporter, and how she was never able to really witness me run. Your dog is crazy.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I love your dog. My Nana really wasn't able to watch me compete as a pro. And we had a whole conversation about that, cried a little bit. So I won Prefontaine Classic in 17, PR World Lead, and I gave the flowers to my mom. My mom goes home and puts the flowers on my Nana's grave.
Oh my goodness.
That whole, when we lost her and making the Olympic team and then having that type of redemption, was really just, it was so important to me. And now, like, my Nana being a domestic abuse survivor, her being somebody who beat the odds and actually lived longer than what she was supposed to with cancer.
Come on now.
And for someone who had 3 jobs and had her own business, she's the reason why I bake. She had her own catering company. She's the reason why she has influenced me a lot in my life and what I do. And, you know, having her be my guardian angel has really just been a blessing.
Dear Ashley, your story, amazing. And this is also why I'm glad to have you on, because this is what I want people to hear and to see the stories of the athletes that come around, because a lot of the stuff people don't know. Like, I didn't know this other side of you. And for me to hear that, like, I'm a crybaby, so I'm over here trying not to cry. Like, don't start crying on here.
Because if you start crying, I'm gonna cry. And then people are gonna be like, what is this? They're gonna be like, what is going
on here?
Right, exactly.
How did this happen? So I'm a crybaby. Just know you almost made me cry. I'm fighting back my little tears right here. I love stories like this because my Nana was so important to me too. She's literally the reason in how I act today and what I do today. And so to see that also from another person, it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm thanking her for you, because I can't imagine you not being you. Like,
this has been you.
The fact that you just wanted to be a wall. I'm like, Ashley, a wall.
I did not. Right. It's weird because you know me, Jazz. Like, you know me. I don't do something over the top, but like, I'm me. But I wasn't like this growing up. I used to get picked on. I had this bully that just hated my guts, and I never understood why. Like, I never bothered him. I remember one day I had gotten my hair pressed out and I wore some earrings and I had like just a little mascara on. It was in the 8th grade. And he said I looked like a gorilla in wig. And I'm just like, wow, like I didn't even do anything to you. So he's in jail now. No one cares.
Look at karma, okay? God don't play about his children.
No. So, but yeah, I mean, it took a lot for me to break out of my shell, because I honestly I grew up feeling like I was not worthy of the things that I dreamt about. I wasn't worthy of traveling and being in the spotlight. And for what? Because I'm just Ashley from Indiana. What is so special about me? And the biggest thing that my mom and my Nana tried to teach me growing up was the biggest thing that's so special about you is because you're Ashley from Indiana. Like, that's what's special, you know?
Yes.
And it took me a while.
I hear a lot about people from Indiana, okay? Like,
I know that there's Black people in it.
You are doing the thing, okay? Come on now.
I'm just
trying. Come on.
Okay. I'm just trying to be me. Yeah, girl. But I'm blessed. I'm very blessed just to be where I am now in my career, meeting beautiful people like you, and just having the type of people that I've been able to meet and grow with in track and field and in life is just, you know, sometimes I sit in my room and I just sit back and be like, wow, like who would have thought little Ashley from Indiana would be surrounded by just so many wonderful people in life. And it's truly a blessing. It really is.
It is such a blessing. And as we talk about track and all the people that you have met so far in this sport, now you have met everybody and you've got all the different events. Everybody has their favorite event group that they kind of just gravitate to. What is your favorite group?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say I gravitate towards anybody. I have my favorites on the circuit, you know, but I don't necessarily cling to people. I love everybody. I mean, the jumpers, the throwers, the sprinters, obviously the sprinters, the hurdlers, obviously. But I mean, I have, I have some people that, I mean, I'm closer with. Mike Rogers, he really took me under his wing when I made my first major team in 13, Moscow. He was the first one to take me by the shoulders and show me the ropes. This is where we do this and this is how we do that. And especially when I moved to Texas, he was a huge outlet for me just to maneuver around Austin. I've been knowing you since college, you, big homie, Erica, all those people from college that I made the 2012, hey Jordan, the 2012 junior team with. And then you got your OGs. You got Natasha, who I was on a relay with her. You got Jessica Beard. I was on a relay with her. You got your Allisons. You got your Sonias, because she's a UT alum. You got your Michelle Carters. Michelle Carter is a legend.
That's right there, okay?
Michelle Carter will get your hopes up and wait till the last throw, and you thought you won. But boom. You only win if Michelle Carter's out of throws. That's the only time. Okay.
You better hope she is out for the count.
You better hope she's done because you didn't win.
If she ain't done, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You might as well put your sweats on. You didn't win.
Yeah, look, you didn't win.
You didn't win anything. So you got your Gatlins and your Tyson Gays and all of them. But I was really embraced by everybody. And I mean, if you're around, I'm gonna love on you. If you're not around, I'm gonna try to love on you as much as I can without being weird.
without being weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know me.
We're already a little weird, so
you know me. I'm already a little strange.
Who's the funniest group?
Oh man, who's the funniest group? It gotta be y'all. I'll give it to the field events group. It has to be the field events group. Y'all got Darrell, y'all got Erica, y'all got you, y'all got the sneak disc like Will and Eric. They just be saying stuff under their breath and it's hilarious. Yeah, it's definitely the field group for sure.
I mean, if you ever just want to come over to the field side, because you might
I'm coming to y'all's cookout.
Come to our cookout.
I am, because the sprinters are so serious. Like, there's just, I mean, they'll laugh, but like when the race is over, it's just like, we don't run for another week. Why do you gotta be so extra right now? But
very tense. Yes, you're right. Life of the parties.
Yeah, definitely. I recently discovered that Brittany Reese is probably one of the funniest people on this planet. She had me dying in Doha.
When I tell you,
it's so funny.
That girl is absolutely hilarious, and I am going to be so sad the day this girl retires. I might have to retire when she does, because I'm gonna be sad. Like, who I'm a jump with? Like, that's my road dog right there. That's a true OG. And
yes, she is. Brittany, she had me on the floor in Doha. I'm like, I got to get away from you. Yeah.
I gotta double back a little bit, because you did talk about how you started your podcast. You took a hold on it because you started this swimsuit line. Don't think I let that go over my head, because I love me bathing suits. So tell me more about that. What made you decide to do bathing suits? I want to hear about this. I can't wait. I'm excited for it, because I know it's about you. So.
It is. So because you know me, I gotta add a little spice. But you remember how Team USA did that retreat in Vegas? I didn't go because I decided last minute it wasn't for me. I think I was sick or something. I don't know. Anyway, you know how Team USA did that trip to Vegas, and I was on the hunt for a very specific swimsuit. I don't want to get into too much detail, but I was on the hunt for a very specific swimsuit. And, you know, me being a cup and a really, really small, me looking for, okay, yes. Nothing and nothing. Okay.
We got nothing.
We got nothing. We're flatlined, both sides. But I was looking for a very specific swimsuit, and for the life of me, I could not find it. I couldn't find it on ASOS, Pretty Little Things. I went through luxury. I went through Fendi. I went through Black-owned swim lines, luxury swim lines, and I just couldn't find it. And it just dawned on me to, why not make it yourself? So I started doing research on like how to start a swim line, and I came up with like a whole bunch of wholesale things, and I was trying to like piece together a line through wholesale, and it still wasn't what I wanted. So I decided to start designing it. Now, I'm not big on drawing. I don't draw. I can't draw. But I took it's fine. I took a course actually during the pandemic. I took an online course with Anifa, who is the owner of Hanifa. Okay. And she went viral for her virtual fashion show. And I've been a huge Hanifa fan since they launched. Mm-hmm. And took her fashion course, and I started planning my own swim line. I have my designs, and I partnered up with this small business company, fashion design company here in Austin. So right now where I am in the process, and it's really been delayed due to COVID, but again, I'm not in a rush. I have a fabric sourcer that is looking for all my fabrics. She has my design. She has my inspo. She has my vision board. She has things that I own around the house that I like, that has clasps and stuff like that. And so that's where I'm at in the process. Prayfully, I'm able to do a pre-launch sometime this summer. I'm hoping by my birthday, I can do start getting pre-orders out. Again, prayfully, I'm hoping I can have something tangible so I can do test shots in different countries. If we're in Tokyo or if we're, somewhere else, I can throw some Team USA and some stuff and, take some pictures. So it's been difficult, to say the least.
It's difficult, but it is a process, girl, and I'm excited. So I think this is something definitely for you, because like I said, you be bringing the spice, and I know I be looking for those bathing suits that fit me properly and have that spice, because who you want to stand out when you're out there. So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait for you to do this pre-order and launch, because just know I'll be purchasing something, because
thank you, Jazz.
All about it. I am all about us getting businesses, especially as track athletes. I think we should all be doing something, making some type of income and following the other stuff that we love outside of the sport. So I am so glad to hear that, girl. So glad.
Thanks, Jazz. I'm praying that it's something that I can expand onto like different types. Like I have my initial launch will be something totally different from its sister brands. Hopefully, so I'm a brand ambassador for Nubian Skin now.
Yes, girl, I'm glad you went there, because I was about to do the follow-up here, so come on now.
Oh, go ahead with your questions. Go ahead, girl.
Come on. Because you were just about to say you're a brand ambassador for Nubian Skins. And it's we don't see track athletes have these beautiful bodies. We are so beautifully sculpted, and we work so hard for these bodies. And I think we look great in lingerie, okay? I think
we do.
Flat out fabulous. And that is one of the things that I love seeing. I love seeing when we post our lingerie pictures. I can't even lie to you, because it's art to me. It's such an art. And so how did that brand ambassadorship pair up, and how did you feel about it? Were you a little concerned when they first reached out, and what was that process for you like?
Well, I really just it was just a boring day at home. I really just wanted some content for my page. So I did you just toss your dog? I'm sorry, Jasmine. Oh my God.
See, what had happened is she wanted to get back on the bed, and she normally jumps on the chair that I'm sitting on to get on the bed, and I'm not by the bed. So I have to give her a little assistance. She's okay. No dogs got hurt
in the process.
She's fine.
Okay.
Now.
Take 2. So it was just a random boring day in the middle of COVID, and I just wanted to have some content for my page because I hadn't posted in a while. So I just put on my Nubian Skin bra shirt, and I went to the backyard and I took some pictures and I tagged them in it. I didn't know how much traction it got because I guess Europe has these laws with social media now. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that little thing on the end of Instagram saying anyway, but I got the attention of the CEO. Her marketing director, her name is Suzanne. She actually hit me up on Instagram and asked me for my email, and I gave her my email, and the initial message was, we would like to send you some new stuff. And I was like, sure, send me whatever you want. A week later, she said that she has been talking to the CEO of Nubian Skin, and they would love to have a partnership with me. And I was blown away. I have been a Nubian Skin fan since they launched in 2014. I actually pre-ordered that bra that I had on. And then when it came to me, and I was just so excited because it was the first bra that I had that was nude, that literally melts into my skin.
Yes.
So she did that, and I got a case of stuff, and I just been doing like little home photo shoots, a little here and there, couple videos or whatever. And next thing I know, they sent me some stockings, put the stockings on, took some pictures in the stockings, and now I'm on the Nubian Skin website. They're really excited about it. I told Suzanne, like, I hate the fact that there's a pandemic because I would love nothing more but to fly over to London and be a part of their photo shoots and their campaigns and their fashion shows or whatever. So I'm praying that our relationship can continue and I can be a permanent part of their brand. I'm also trying to, like, I hate this word now, but I'm gonna use it. I'm also trying to manifest an opportunity for my swimline brand to partner with Nubian Skin in the future.
That would be so awesome.
That would be like dope. So me and Suzanne, who's the marketing director, we have bloomed into this friendship now, which I think is really sweet because she's the sweetest person I've ever, like, she's so sweet. And we don't even talk about Nubian Skin. Like, the last thing I think I messaged her was about, I saw a video on YouTube how British people eat baked beans on toast. And I'm like, no, y'all not over there doing that.
Wait. I'm crying because I just did that to my British friend and I think that's hilarious. So
what is that? Y'all really overseas putting baked beans? Is it beans warm? I just have so many questions.
Oh, that's
but yeah,
that's the same thing. Wow.
Okay, like, what is that? Ugh. When do you eat this?
In the morning for breakfast.
That's breakfast food?
It's breakfast, girl. Breakfast.
That is cookout food. That is, you got your ribs, you got your potato salad, your baked beans, and you slap the bread.
Now you're just slapping it. Yes.
You use the bread to sop up the juice from the beans.
Scoop up the juices.
Trifling. But anyway. So that's the history of Nubian Skin. I have a lot of ideas for the future, namely for Halloween. But yeah, just stay tuned for my content, Boop, boop.
Girl, I'm tuned in. I am excited about this. Like I said, I love seeing the track athletes in their lingerie and posting. We're beautifully sculpted. It's art. And for you, I think I saw Queen had like dabbled in it. She's posted. She started her partnership, and then I saw you start your partnership, and I was just like, it's a wrap. Like, Good job, guys. This is what I'm trying to see. This is what I'm here for. This is the content I signed up for.
Okay. I saw Queen in her lingerie. That shoot, I fell out. I said, oh, okay.
It was over. I said, girl, break the internet. You're just out here breaking the internet. And I love to see it because it shows like you can be athletically built and sexy as hell still.
Yes.
Still sexy. And while we are on to this fashion sense, because Miss Nails, I know you don't got your nails done at this very moment.
I don't.
But you and your nails.
Yeah.
So well known. You guys, if you have not seen Ashley's nails, if you would like to take a little dabble and look, just go on her Instagram and look at those track photos because her nails on the track, one, I be thinking my nails are long, but no, Ashley is the queen of long nails, and how she can even get into the blocks, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm still trying to understand and learn so I can be on that level. My thumbs don't bend that far back. They're not that flexible. So I've been breaking nails. But what inspires you when you get your nail designs? Do you go in and just let your nail tech free for all, or do you usually go in with like a idea of how you want your nails?
Well, Caitlin and I, shout out to Caitlin, Essence of Beauty. Caitlin and I, we sort of collab. It wasn't until pre-COVID, like the latter part of the year, where I just let her freestyle, do whatever you want, just make it long. I actually did the last set that she was able to do for me was for Nike Vision ad that I did. She had these extra long stiletto nails that had blue flames on them. And if you go to my Instagram under claws, you can see all my nails. So Caitlin and I really kind of just collaborate. I'll send her pictures of what I love. She'll send me, Ashley, I bought these rhinestones. I thought of you. We got to do something with this. I remember one of the first sets we did, I sent her a picture of my Nike uniform. The paisley pink one, the blue one, and she made some nails based off that. She made my USA nails for Doha. She freestyled all of that. Wow. And so Caitlin's a beast. I've been her client for a couple years. I didn't see her at all in 2020 because COVID. As far as me getting my nails back, I'm definitely gonna have them for outdoor season. I don't want to waste a good set when no one can see it and appreciate it. And I feel like my nail tech, Caitlin and Mima, because Mima's my backup when Caitlin's booked and busy, which we love to see. I just feel like me, as far as using my platform, I just feel like it'll do her a disservice if I don't have my nails overseas where people can see it and appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm kind of into this thing where I'm doing my own hair. And, trying to be the good natural,
Yes. Come on now. I get it, girl. Press-ons, take them off, braid my hair, because I've been making these things all like clockwork.
Okay. I really do want to try press-ons. There's a lot of companies that I've seen with press-ons, like Sierra. We all know and love Sierra. I want to try her. Yeah.
Yes, girl. She did my nails for US champs last year, and they were A1. Cece, if you listen to this, I'm coming back to you again because I've got this thing, like once I start something and I do well, I got to keep doing it. And so I've done that to you. I'll be coming back to my nails.
I got to get some nails from Cece. Like we got to blow her up because she's track fam.
She is track fam. Yes.
Track fam, multi-talented, beautiful family, and she deserves to be blown up now.
Yes, she deserves it. Come on now. As we talk about the moms, like, can we just a quick shout out for all the track moms that are out there right now, because this is the time for everybody is popping out these beautiful babies, and I love to see it. We have, but
not me though, but shout out to y'all.
Shout out to all of them because they're holding it down, and I think that we've seen this revolution of you know, before it was kind of very frowned upon for a woman in our sport to be pregnant. And we've gone through a whole lot of, not me personally, but women in track and field have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations when it comes to having babies and that whole process. So I think seeing that, it's been an amazing thing. It's kind of a very woman empowerment thing where now comfortable, go ahead and have a baby. Not me though.
Yeah. A lot of the stigma that has came around pregnancy is if you're pregnant, now all of a sudden you have this disability, and it's just like, I shouldn't have to pick between my career and having a family. And what I can appreciate about my coach in particular, Tanja Buford Bailey, she actually had a baby during her career. And she bounced back and came back and was able to do a few more years after VJ was born. And, you know, she has paved the way for a lot of the track moms. Nia Ali has 2 children and she bounced back and was kicking ass. And it has been the most amazing thing to witness. I don't think I've ever cheered so loud for someone. Like, no. And then you have your, you know, and then you have your Allison, and you have who has her beautiful daughter, and you have Natasha who has her sweet boy, and Shelly Ann, and just all these beautiful moms that just have these babies and are able to show that women can, you know, bear the children and get back to business. What Beyonce said, you heard her.
Yes, and as you just spoke on your coach, because that's the last thing I want to touch on. Now, huge shout out to Miss Tanja Bailey, because that girl is holding it down. You know, she's gathered herself such an amazing group. I want to hear about your guys' group and your relationship with your coach. It seems like I love it. I'm not with you guys, but I feel like I'm with you guys, because you guys just seem so close and family-like. And I love to see this woman empowerment, because you don't see very many female coaches at that level that she has been at.
Yeah, so my coach has started the first all black female black coach track club, which I think is very, very special. I have been with her. I've been her longest standing athlete. We are 10 years, 11 years strong. She coached me from freshman year to now. I'm a Olympian, world champion, blah, blah, blah. We have curated just a group of women who wants the same things. We want to be successful. We want to represent Black women everywhere as best as we can. So, you know, myself and Morla Kay, we've been with her since college. Kendall Bazin returned to our training group. She's finishing her degree, training very well. We have Gabby Douglas. Jesus. We have Gabrielle Thomas. Sorry, Gabby. We have Gabrielle Thomas, a Harvard grad, coming in strong with the 200 specialists. Ran really well in the 300 a few weeks ago. We have Ashley Henderson, San Diego State grad, short sprints. We have Cheyenne Salmon and Rochelle Burton, both who are Jamaican hurdlers. So we have a really good, strong group of women who really just try to uplift one another in this heavily male saturated sport, period. The great thing about being at practice is that we're all very, very competitive, but we're not vocal about it. So like we'll have fun at practice, but like I can probably speak for everybody in the back of my mind, like, I'm gonna beat one of you today. Like, I don't know who, but like if it gets down to it, I'm not last in this set. And I just think the mixture of like Morla Kay and myself being seasoned vets, being on these teams, having Olympic medals, having world medals, and then we have our young athletes like Cheyenne, who is fresh out of high school and a year strong into her professional career. You have Gabby, who has dabbled in some diamond leagues, won actually a couple diamond leagues. So she knows the odds and ends of what it takes to be a professional athlete and be on the circuit and successful. I just think the blend of women that we have from all different backgrounds is just what makes us so unique. And the fact that we're just gorgeous. It just
absolutely gorgeous. Okay, group.
It makes no sense. If Coach Bailey is like, I mean, for anybody who knows my coach and who has been around my coach and has been able to have a conversation with her, you know just how motherly she is and how real she is.
Yes.
I think she's harder on me simply because I'm the oldest, which I don't mind. But she's not the type of woman who will, you know, tell you everything is going to be okay. Like, no, if you're not doing the work, it's not going to be okay. Get it together. She does a fantastic job of tailoring the workout and what she wants from you to your strengths, as well as pushing your weaknesses to make you a better athlete. And I think that that's why our relationship is so strong, and she knows what I'm not. Let me not say that. She knows what I struggle with, not necessarily what I'm not capable of, because I'm not capable
of everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But she knows what I'm weak at, where I can need some work. So instead of hammering that, like, you need to get better at this, she'll change it and make me exceptional in something else. So what I'm struggling at doesn't seem as hard. And so I can get better doing that. And as a 27-year-old, there's always something that you could work on. I'm not the perfect athlete. Sometimes I get whooped still too. Most of the time. I mean, do you see my competition? So, I mean, you know.
That's a strong field. You got a strong field. And I feel like y'all kind of just came out of nowhere with all the people. Like, I don't know where you guys came from, but y'all are all gorgeous and y'all are all fast as hell.
When I ran 53.11, went 22 all time and didn't make a team, I was like, well, what's going on around here? When you look at the world list and you see 1 through 5 is USA. What is that? What is it?
Absolutely insane.
That's why I switched from the 400. I'm about to switch from the 400 hurdles. I'm about to go to the 2. Like, y'all are tripping.
Y'all are bugging, going to look, calm down, because you know everybody's gonna start going to the 200 now because everywhere is getting a little too hot.
When I look up from the blocks and I see Dalila and Sydney already at the second hurdle, I'm just like, what did I get myself? How did we get here? Now I gotta play catch up. Didn't pack not one jet pack, nothing. So it's all right. I'm coming.
Okay, girl. You coming, and I'm excited to see it. You are always the one that don't ever count out Ashley, because somehow, some way, she is going to be there. She is going to let it be known. Don't forget me, because I'm here. What's up?
I'm gonna try. Like,
you there, okay? It's not even a try. You always find a way, and I love that about you. Shout out to Tanja, because she has done an absolutely amazing job with you. She's such a beautiful soul. Like, let's just say that is one beautiful soul.
She's okay.
I love that girl to death. Like, look, she aight, you know. Like, if I had to go to somebody, it might be Tanja, you know, like, because she's it. Like, that's mom, that's sis, that's like, I can't let nobody badmouth her, and I don't even be around her like that. Like,
no, there will be no Tanja Buford Bailey slander.
There is no Tanja slander allowed anywhere, ever.
I pick people out my house who has something to say about my coach. I said, oh, y'all gotta go.
Like, come on. That is one coach, and the fact that she had the whole group coming to Doha, I thought that was absolutely amazing, because there was only one other group, which was mine, that had their whole group there. So I think that speaks a lot on the coaching and what she's done for you guys. You guys, Ashley, you're beautiful. You're very well spoken. You are a woman of very many talents and ventures. And thank you so much for coming on here and displaying your crazy faith with us, because your story that you shared, I'm so glad that this was able to happen and you actually wanted to come on, because you could have told me no. You could have been like, girl,
Jasmine,
let's go play with your dog.
Let's stop the cat. There is no telling you no. You just gonna ask again.
You're right. I'm Ashley, please.
Just gonna ask again, and then it's gonna be a point where I'm gonna be in the blocks, and you're gonna have the recording in my face. Okay, so Ashley, some questions.
So, I know you're in the blocks right now. We're supposed to be fighting.
I just had a couple questions.
I got a couple questions that I need to ask you, so I'm just gonna record them real quick.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, okay.
Hey, the best place to catch you though is in the team hangout area, because we was rolling in there. We was really rocking in there. So
hilarious. But you know, Jet, I thank you for inviting me. You know, the thing about Crazy Faith is like, I honestly would not be here if it wasn't for God. I wouldn't be here. So, and I love what you're doing. I need to buy some merch, because when I saw Crazy Faith, I was like, wow, I actually really like that. Okay. You know, I like the crew necks because I like to wear my hair long. So I'm gonna holla at you for some merch. But like,
okay.
If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. And I thank him every day for just giving me air in my lungs and roof over my head, food on the plate, and just giving me the ability to do the things that I love to do for as long as I've been doing. And I'm hoping that he continues to bless me and you and everyone who's on this podcast to just go after it. Life is short. We witnessed that in 2020. It's very, you know, it's very unpredictable. So you got to live life with no regrets and have crazy faith.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Crazy Faith. Once again, a huge thank you, a huge shout out to our sponsor, Agogie. With 8 resistance bands built in, these pants will help increase your training intensity and improve your performance. You'll get stronger, faster, and it's as simple as just putting on the pants, you guys. That's all you have to do. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see you guys for the next episode. Maintain that crazy faith, guys. See you on the next one.